We're here at Defense Talks with Lamont Copeland, Director of Federal Solutions Architecture at Verizon. Lamont, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Mike, for having me.
I'd like to start by asking what emerging technologies, systems, or concepts are you seeing that are potential game changers for the way the U.S. defends against and deters threats in the digital age?
Thanks. So there's quite a few things that are associated with the 5G network and what we can actually put on top of there to make sure that we're protecting and also supporting the warfighter and the warfighter missions. So just taking it from where we are today and moving forward, you can go through and work on the things with AR, VR, the things that you're doing with digital twinning to make sure that we're able to deliver the mission outcomes closer to the edge and with those warfighters to be able to say, okay, here's how I'm able to drive my mission, here's how I'm able to get situational awareness, here's how I'm able to complete whatever task it is that they're doing on a day-to-day basis, whether it's something with developing and building out the planes themselves or running on a warfighter mission to be able to then drop off information or intelligence to be able to provide more data and insights for whatever the mission set is for that day. But then moving forward into the future, one of the things which are going to be really key and important as you hear today, as we sit here at DefenseScoop, is talking about Defense Talk, is talking about the security side of it too as well. There's putting into place the things for the software-defined networking, the encryption, and all those different elements to be able to protect the network. But then how are we going to continue to move forward in the future with that? We'll be looking at things such as quantum computing and quantum security, and how we're going to then protect all the encryption and the network data going across our networks today to ensure that we're staying ahead of the game. As we know, quantum security is a very hot topic for us, hot topic for everybody on protecting that encryption and making sure that our data is secure. And also tied to that is how does generative AI fit into this too as well? Because a lot of this is going to be situational awareness data, and all of it's going to be real-time data that we're going to have to be able to work together in this new war space and this spread community too as well, because we're not just working anymore in our offices or just in a base facility. We're working very spread across the globe. So how do we leverage all these things into our 5G network? How do we leverage all these things into the new applications and support that we're doing today? Those are some of the things that we're seeing and working on to meet the next generation of technology to meet the government needs.
And then from maybe a slightly broader perspective, how can industry partner with the DoD to provide solutions that better support their mission needs?
Yeah, and it's a journey, as we always talk about when we talk about trying to meet the mission needs, because technology is moving so fast, it's moving so rapidly as we see today. I mean, we're just talking about 4G and how important it is, and it's still a very important part of our network. But now we're moving into 5G, and I just got off a panel with Dr. Rondon talking through about the future G, so what's coming up. So when it's really the things that we can do is really work with the planning and really setting these types of goals which are achievable, knowing that we're not going to transform the networks and the infrastructure, the processes, the people all in one day. Having a plan to be able to say, here's how the next technology fits, here's how it meets a mission set, here's how it meets a driven outcome, and how we then start building in these technical insertion points to be able to continually move forward the innovation and inclusion of all this network technology. So that's going to be a lot of what we need to work on together, is really looking at assessing, working through this journey, and then figuring out what's the ways to meet these successes, because it is not something that's going to happen. Rome wasn't built in a day, as we all have heard. Transforming the DoD, transforming the mission, and transforming how do we then continue to include new technology innovation is also needed as well.
Well, Lamont Copeland, thank you so much for joining us here at Defense Talks.
Thank you.